just want to get a little friend for our daughter, a companion. She loves animals. For her, because she hasn't got any siblings, she'll have this little being that will always, give her a hug and think she's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, just another little family member, really, just to fit in.
But for Stuart and Lisa, it won't be the first time they've owned a dog. In fact, a few years ago, they took in a stray who was blind.
We had our poor sweet Archie boy for a number of years, and we loved having him. He was adorable. But he developed pancreatic cancer, and he passed away.
Archie's passing took some getting over, but the Formosas are now ready for a new dog.
We have our daughter, and we're ready to move on and find a new family member and get a new pet.
And daughter Roxy knows exactly what she wants.
Girl dog, here's the mane in it, so fluffy round, its tummy is so fluffy round its back. You can pat it and then cuddle it.
So, a girl with a fluffy mane that likes lots of cuddles. Well, that shouldn't be too hard to arrange, should it?
Hello.
Hello. Come on in. Thank you.
Hello. You must be Stuart.
Yes.
Lisa, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, thanks for coming to see us.
Problem. Where is Roxy that I've heard so much about? Hello. Hi, Roxy. I'm Lisa. Will you show me around? Yeah?
I'm here to assess this home to see what sort of dog would fit in. But first, I'm going to check the garden, a potential minefield for pets.
Is this where the doggy's going to play?
Yes, but the doggy might go inside there, so he might get stuck.
Oh, there's a tunnel there. We don't want a puppy getting stuck in there. Definitely not.
It's great to see that Roxy is already on the lookout for dangers. Now, most gardens will look safe at a glance, but when we delve into them further, we find things that need attention. Now, that's what I'm on the lookout for.
My worry would be if you choose a dog that's a jumper, they could easily jump up on the barbecue and hop over the fence.
And the other thing is the back fence here.
Okay, so it's coming away a little bit there. I guess it just depends on what size dog you choose. A little one might be able to squeeze through, but a bigger one, not really.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
Dr. Lisa has found some issues that could cause problems for a dog, but she's not finished yet.
Oh, hang on a sec. That's a philodendron, yeah, isn't it? We have a slight problem.
Oh, okay.
So this is can be quite toxic to dogs. So when they chew on it, it can cause burning in the mouth. It can cause difficulty swallowing, lots of drooling. Look, if it was me, I would just remove it from your home altogether because you don't know what type of dog you're going to choose, and some dogs are incredibly persistent.
Okay.
And that's an aloe.
Yeah, I think so, yeah, aloe vera. Yeah.
Right, so aloe can cause vomiting, diarrhea, tremors. It's really quite toxic to dogs, so 2 plants have to go.
Okay.
Okay?
We can do that.
Even the most innocent-looking plants can be hazardous, and I'm really glad I found these ones. But when we go inside, I realise that Lisa and Stuart have even more to worry about.
What have you got in your hand there? Is that some chocolate? Who's the chocolate for?
Now, I don't know a dog that doesn't like chocolate, but it's really not good for them. In fact, it can be deadly.
Rox, do you know that chocolate is very poisonous for dogs? I don't...
Pretend.
Yeah, but I don't think we should give chocolate to any dogs, even you.
I know it seems like I'm being hard on Roxy for giving chocolate to a plastic dog, but if I don't intervene now, what's she going to be doing with the real one?
So you eat the chocolate like a good girl, none for the doggy. Yeah.
Dr. Lisa is keen to know what care arrangements Stuart and Lisa have for when they're at work.
I work with my sister who also has a dog.
Okay.
And so they can hang out together there.
That's perfect. It's really great. I really like that idea. I'm really don't like dogs being at home for more than, say, 4 hours at a time, because I always believe the dog has to be your companion. So you're taking it out with you and keeping it as part of the family.
Today I've spotted some serious issues that could be harmful for a dog. Lisa and Stuart are going to have to address these before I bring a dog into this home.
It was great to get so much information out of Lisa, and not having any second thoughts, but you know, it's good to get a better idea of what we're up for.
The Formosas have given me a long list of things that they need in a dog. It has to be docile, it has to be a girl, has to be great around children, has to be big enough that it can't fit under the fence, but not too big that it can jump over. Now, with a list like that, how am I going to find the right dog for this family? I'm on my way to the Animal Welfare League. They are a fantastic rescue organisation who will take on almost any animal and try and find them a new home. Now, I've been speaking to one of their behaviourists, Rose, and we've narrowed the selection down to a few dogs that will be suitable for this family. But what I really need is for them to come out here and meet the dogs themselves.
But before the family arrive, Dr. Lisa will examine each of the dogs to make sure they're suitable for the Formosa family. And on hand to make the introductions is behaviourist Rose.
Okay, we'll come around here and see some of our dogs that we have for adoption.
Goodness.
This is Bear.
Hi, Bear.
I know, isn't he gorgeous?
Bear was surrendered to the shelter when his owners could no longer look after him.
Bear is an amazing dog. I normally don't have favourites, but I do have a soft spot for Bear. Bear. And he is gorgeous. An amazing dog.
When I first spoke to Rose about Bear, he sounded great, but I'm a little bit worried that he's a boy and Roxy had her heart set on a girl, so it will be very interesting to see how she reacts when she meets him.
He seems just really gentle, docile.
He really is. I think a 4-year-old would love him.
Jub Jub's next up. He was brought in by animal inspectors who were alerted to him being mistreated by his owners.
He's a little bit thin, a little bit small, but he's got a lot of love.
Hey, beauty.
Jub Jub seems like a lovely little dog, but his background does concern me a little bit, particularly around children, as it may have affected his temperament. So I'll be interested to see just how he handles his behavioural assessment.
You need a lot of TLC, I think, hey, buddy?
It seems Jub Jub will need quite a bit of training before he becomes a potential pet.
Sit. Sit. Good dog. Almost. I don't think he knows how to sit.
Doesn't know how to sit. So obviously where he's come from, he was totally neglected and he wasn't trained. He can't even sit. So
No training whatsoever, but we can do that.
okay. We can always teach an old dog new tricks.
That's right.
Now it's time to test the gentle and retiring Bear.
Boy.
Rose is using a fake hand to try and see what Bear's temperament is like when people interrupt him while he's feeding. And it's much better to use something plastic rather than our real hands because we don't want to get bitten.
Pretty good.
Pretty amazing.
Isn't he a nice dog?
But the health check is showing up something that's concerning Dr. Lisa.
Okay, so he does have luxating kneecaps. They're not too bad, and we see it quite commonly in small dogs like this.
This is a condition where the kneecap moves about and can sometimes dislocate. Most dogs will go through life without it causing much of a problem, but some will develop arthritis without an operation.
So at this point, I don't think we really need to worry about surgery or anything like that, but they will need to keep an eye on it because they're definitely there, but only very mild at the moment. So that's good. But other than that, I mean, he's in great condition.
He's an amazing dog.
lovely, he's sweet, and
Isn't he just?
I don't know, I think they might fall in love.
Yeah.
Now that Dr. Lisa has met the dogs, she knows it will be a tough choice.
For me, Bear is the ideal temperament for this family, and his small size makes him perfectly suitable to the Formosa's backyard. I'm also going to introduce Jub Jub to them. Now, even though he needs some training, I think he could be a really good candidate for this family in terms of temperament and size. It's going to come down to which one connects with them.
Hi! You're getting a doggy today.
Roxy's excited. She took a while for her to go to sleep last night.
She woke up this morning and got us up and says, you know, today's the day we get my puppy.
All right, so let's go meet some puppies.
Okay.
Come on, guys. Come on, Rox.
First impressions are always important. So Dr. Lisa is keen to see just how the family and dogs react to one another.
So this one is Jub Jub.
Hello,
Now he's under 2 and he was taken away from his family because they were neglecting him.
Hey, Chub Chub.
Want to give him a pat? Oh, he's soft, isn't he?
Jub Jub is full of energy, but I can see that Roxy is already a little bit nervous around him.
He just wants to play and lick you. He's only a baby. Yeah, you see? He just wants cuddles and tummy rubs.
I like Jub Jub. He's got a lot of character.
This is Bear. His name is Bear.
Next is Dr. Lisa's favourite. And the shy bear, even though he's a boy, seems to be brightening Roxy's day.
So this little guy, Bear, was surrendered to the Animal Welfare League because the family couldn't look after him anymore, so they brought him here and gave him up.
Hello, Bear.
As soon as Bear meets the Formosas, I can already tell that Roxy is a lot more comfortable around him.
I'm going to buy him.
You want to give him a little bit of a cuddle and a pat? Roxy does seem pretty fond of Bear. He's seeming to be quite cuddly and quite engaged with her, which is a good sign.
But there is still the question of his knees.
He does have luxating kneecaps. It's quite common in small dogs. His kneecaps can pop in and out, and sometimes they require surgery. That is a known problem that we know with him, but at the moment he's not needing surgery.
All right, okay, well, I guess that's something we need to consider.
I've explained to Lisa and Stuart that Bear might require surgery in the future, but most of the dogs with this condition live long, healthy lives without needing an operation.
You're a sweetheart, aren't you?
I'm going to buy him. Please.
So the question is, which of the dogs will the family choose? The playful and boisterous Jub Jub or the quiet and reserved Bear?
Roxy really likes Bear, and it looks like Bear really likes Roxy.
I'm going to buy him forever. Shake hands.
And although Roxy's a little wary of Jub Jub, he doesn't have the medical issues that come with Bear. It's going to be a tough decision.
I guess we do need to consider that knee issue, but we've looked after a dog before with needs, and any dog that we get will probably need some medical attention down the road, so I guess it's something we can probably accommodate.
So, what's the decision?
Well, looks like it's going to be Bear.
Bear!
Bear! I think she knew from the moment she saw him pretty much.
Love at first
Bear
sight.
was going to be the boy. So,
Looks like Bear has chosen us.
Roxy's been saying, you know, I want to take him home, I want to love him. He kissed me, so that means he loves me. I can see them just having a really beautiful friendship together.
Is he your
Best friend.
best friend?
So, with the paperwork done,
Come on this way.
it's time for this lucky little fella to finally say goodbye to the shelter. Lisa, Stuart and Roxy couldn't be happier with their decision.
They chose Bear and they are over the moon about it, so am I.
A week has passed since the Formosa family rescued Bear from the Animal Welfare League, and Dr. Lisa is paying them a visit to see how they're getting on.
Hello! Hi, Bear! Hey, buddy! What a greeting! When the door opened, it was plain to see that Bear was more than happy with his new family.
On her initial inspection of the Formosa's home, Dr. Lisa found a few issues for the family to attend to before she was happy for a dog to move in. The poisonous plant has been removed and the fence problems have been overcome by Bear's size.
Everything's going well so far?
Yes, very well.
Yeah, he's a really happy little boy. He's been a delight so far.
And sleeping, how was that?
He was amazing. I didn't sleep because I was worried about him.
And he slept the night?
Yep, lay down and that was it. That's
Amazingly
great.
well-trained dog from a pound.
Yeah, I just can't believe someone gave him up.
It's amazing to think that dogs like Bear end up in shelters, and that's exactly what's happened here. I'm just so glad that Bear has finally found the loving home he deserves.
To help settle Bear into his new home, Dr. Lisa is taking the girls on a shopping trip to pick up some essential doggy supplies.
Hi, let's go inside. I think Bear will like that. What do you think?
It's been great having Lisa about to show us what's available and what to choose, because there's so much to choose from. It's a bit overwhelming.
Come on, Rox. Come on, Bear. Let's go.
He's taken quite a liking to Stuart, which is great. It's wonderful. But we're just wondering how we can encourage a stronger bond between him and Roxy.
Stuart and Lisa are worried about Bear's lack of interest in Roxy, and I've assured them that this is completely normal behaviour. Dogs are very much in tune with who's the boss in the house. They know who feeds them and who looks after them in general.
So she needs to give him his dinner, take him for a walk, take him out to the toilet. Lots of training is also a really good way to get him to respect her. The more she can show him that kind of authority, that kind of leadership, the more he will respect her.
Okay.
Roxy, I want you to learn how to feed Bear, because if you start to walk Bear and feed him, then he's going to be very, very good around you. He's going to be a really well-behaved dog. So do you want to learn how? Yeah? Do you think he's hungry? I think so. So I've chosen a really high-quality food for Bear. Now, this one is formulated for his size, so the kibble is nice and small, and it's also packed with ingredients that are really great for him. So it's going to make his coat nice and shiny, his bones strong, his eyesight good. He's just going to become a much healthier dog when he's on this food. So, Rox, what you need to do is you need to get Bear to sit down, okay? So he only gets his food when he's sitting like a good boy, okay? So if you hold the bowl of food, you need to ask him to sit before you give it to him. Good job, Rox.
Ultimately, until Roxy's an adult, Bear will always look toward Mum and Dad for authority. But with the steps I've put in place, hopefully Roxy and Bear will develop a much stronger bond.
Well, I think Bear looks like he's very well settled in. What do you think, Stuart?
Yes, he's fitting very well.
Hey, Rox?
Yeah.
Is he your best friend? Well, that means my work here is done. So there's just one more thing I have for you, and it's a little starter pack. So it's packed with goodies that are going to keep you all entertained for a long while.
Well, we're so pleased that Bear has come to stay. I think he's going to be a lovely member of our family, isn't he?
Yeah, he's so soft, cuddly like a teddy bear.
I'm going to say goodbye to you now. It seems like you're very happy. You're out of that shelter, and look where you are, in paradise, huh? Pretty good. Bye, Dad.
Hi, Rox. See you later.
See you.
Good luck.
See you later.
Have fun.